Hi crafty girl, Keri here, and I am going to show you how I color rust. So we're going to use Melinda Mermaid, and we're going to color the anchor, and then we're going to add some rust to that anchor. So first, I always use Crafty Colors Wicked Black ink for my Copic Coloring, because you can color with Copics, you can color with pencils and use Gamsol, you can use watercolors, and the ink will not bleed. And I love that. So it is my go-to black. I use it for everything. And I usually stamp twice so that I have a nice dark black outline. I really like that. I know some people really like the no line, which is a beautiful look as well. Just depends on what you're going for. I just need a little bit on her nose. That's why I like the Misty, because then if I don't stamp well, we can get a beautiful image. Just go over it again, because I have a tendency to do that. I'm in such a hurry that I don't always stamp it right the first time, and then I can just go over it again. Let me just put this back on the sheet. If you're not familiar with this image set, it was released June maybe. If you're testing my waters, you better know how to swim. Hey there, sailor, sailor beware, and I'm a lady with the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor, which is probably my favorite sentiment. If you want this set, you want to get it now. It is a Annie Rodriguez image, and those will not be for sale in the Kraftin Kimmie shop after November, I believe. So you want to get it while you still can get it. I think it's an adorable set. All right, let me zoom in a little bit, and we will get started. For the anchor itself, I am using C9, C7, C5, and C3. And then for the rust, I am using E99, E97, E95, E93, and then just a little Y21. And we'll go through them again, but that way you have the colors there. The nice thing about the rust is that if you color all of your anchor and then say, oh wow, I really want to add rust, you can do it with this color scheme. But if you say, hey, I know that I want to add rust, then you can always leave those sections in as well. So we're going to just start with the anchor and the C9. And I'm just putting in where I think it would be the darkest. Where there would be shadow. Then the C7. So again, now we're just taking the C7 and we're blending out this darker C9. And I'm trying to decide where I want that rust. Now we're going to use the C5. I want some rust here. I know I want some rust over in this section and in the bottom and around this top. So I don't want to color this in too much. I want to leave some room for that rust. And some C3. So we'll add a little bit of that here. Again, leaving some area for the rust. Blending that. All right, for right now, that's where we're gonna stop with the gray. We're gonna come back, but I want plenty of room to add my rust. So I'm gonna start with the E99, and I'm going to add in over this gray, this darker color. I'm also going to add that to this point and to this outside point. And as you can see, this one I didn't have too much gray, and this one I did. I did that on purpose. I want you to be able to see the difference if you decide up front that you want to color in rust, or if you decide kind of after the fact that you'd really like to have some rust in there, and how that look differs, but yet you can still definitely have that look. Then we're going to go to the E97 and blend that out. Come over here, also in here. I haven't forgot about this. We're going to come back to it. E93. Oops. E95, E93. I knew that wasn't blending right. And then the E93. And then we're going to add just a little bit of the Y21. So we want this to be just a little bit brighter. And you can see how that really changes the look of that. All right, now we're going to go in and we're going to add some rust up here. Added our E99. Came back in with some E97. Then our E95. And finally, our E93. And then again, just like before, we're going to take our Y21 and come around and just give it a little more kind of brightness. Now I'm going to go back to my C's and just fill in here where I want there to be more anchor. So over here on this side, I don't want this to be rusted all the way around. So I'm going to come in with C9 and then the C7. C5. And then just blend that out with our C3. And again, we'll blend some of it out over here. And a little bit here. I got a little sloppy right here, so we'll just clean that up. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the C9 and C7 on this section that's right under the anchor, so that it kind of matches this rust line. It kind of looked like it didn't really fit with how that rust might drop down there. And that's really all there is to it. I wanted to show you another card I did using rust. This is the Sassy Sophie set, was the theme release. And this is another Annie Rodriguez image that won't be for sale in the shop after November. So again, if you want either of these stamp sets, I would suggest getting them now. This one has the Happy Birthday Handsome. As long as everything is exactly the way I want, I'm totally flexible. We all know people like that. I can't decide which pants to wear today, smarty or fancy, and go get it, girl. And this is the card I made, but I wanted to show you. I colored the gasoline tank first completely and then decided I wanted the rust. So then I went in over the top and I added rust here where the gas can met. And then also up in this corner and had it kind of running down as if over time as the water ran on it, the rust ran down. So it's really, I think, a fun technique, especially if you like that grungy look. I mean, I love pretty colored images, but sometimes you're really trying to get that different texture in on how would that look. So I hope you give it a try. I always say this, but it's just paper and ink. So if you mess up, you throw it away and you start again. There's no harm or foul in that, and we all do it. But the only way that you're going to do something different, right, is to try it. So I challenge you to give it a try. Tell me if you like it or not. And I look forward to seeing all of your creations on the Kraftin Kimmie and Friends Facebook page. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.